Okay, we're going to talk about whether I should basically run or set up an affiliate program for my e-commerce business to generate sales, or should I run PPC ads for my business to generate sales? Which one's better, or should I ultimately do both or neither? Of course, there's other ways to promote our e-commerce business other than this, but this is the two biggies that most people think of. Organic, in SEO, yeah, that is another one of the, just as big as these potentially, or actually bigger than affiliates, but given how difficult and how many ranking factors there are in organic ranking nowadays, that pretty much once you optimize for one, i.e. the PPC, you get the SEO automatically along with it. For all practical purposes here, we're investing in making our PPC work, because if we do, our SEO will work, and we spend money with Google, they'll give us better rankings a little bit, and having a site that gets users to want to stay on the site actually gets Google to want to rank the site. So I'm going to talk about, though, from the other two main things that are left, the PPC or affiliate program that you may set up for yourself, which one I would run for my business, and also tell you what kind of things that I've learned about stuff that's bad about each, stuff that's good about each. Then you can ultimately make up your own mind. But for the most part, the general answer to this is going to be both, and I'm going to explain to you why I would personally do both, and why 99% of people out there should probably do both as well for their e-commerce companies, okay? So anyway, I have just a general list of things that I'm going to go through that tells about the pros versus the cons of having an affiliate program, and also me understanding how affiliate marketing works. I've done affiliate marketing in the past. I've also done PPC and managed hundreds of different clients' PPC accounts in the past over the last 15 years. I understand both inside and out, more so on the PPC side than the affiliate marketing side, but I understand enough of both where I can tell you where there's the major pitfalls that somebody who doesn't understand it, have done both of them for themselves, are just going to pick up on, and just be able to stay away from those things, doing the affiliate marketing and doing the PPC, if you will, if you're going to do affiliate marketing along with it. So anyway, to get started here, this, as far as like what the common man thinks about affiliate marketing versus PPC, I know they're comparing the two, and pretty much why I made this video was to explain better than what most people think, and why it's kind of a misnomer associated with this line of thinking. I'll just start out by saying that the pros for affiliate marketing, if you aren't thinking it already, is it's no risk. Hey, if you don't make a sale, I don't have to pay, right? And for a lot of people that are risk averse, they live and die by this. They would rather have very little sales potentially, as long as they don't have to risk losing any of their money. But as everything goes in business, money comes with risk. You can't make money without taking risk. And even if you think there's no risk involved in affiliate marketing, I'm going to tell you for sure that there is risk. You're just taking a different type of risk, okay? I'll get to that in a minute. And you don't need any skills as far as affiliate advertising if you're going to set up an affiliate program for your business. Setting that up, as far as the actual marketing expertise that it takes to convert a cold traffic into a warm prospect that will buy from you. So, of course, there's affiliate marketing softwares out there that anybody, especially if you're using like an platform like mainstream platform like Shopify, where you have plugins that can hook right up to your site, and then it'll run all the software for maintaining and pushing an affiliate program that, for the most part, you don't have to be technically savvy, or you could hire an IT person, get that started and implemented for your business, your e-commerce business, in a day. So roughly speaking, there's IT expertise to get it set up, they think, but I don't have to worry about what the ad says, which is the more difficult part. That's going to bring in traffic at an efficient rate, and in which that'll generate sales. So people think I don't have to learn anything, and it's not risky. The person who does the advertising that I'm paying the 10% or whatever to as a commission to make the sale for me is taking all the risk. Anyway, on the PPC side, the common man here is thinking, probably, but not always, that there's more scale or more opportunity. Everybody knows people that are running ads. If you're in mostly any space, e-commerce space, that you'll see people in your e-commerce niche advertising for keywords related to the products that you sell. And a lot of people eventually, they try it. Maybe they didn't make it work, so then now they're going to affiliate advertising because it's difficult. It does take effort to get it to set up. Why? Because everybody's battling for those customers. There's only going to be about 20% inside your market that are going to make the millions of dollars, and everybody else will make a little to nothing. This is the way that Google has set it up so that people try their best to try to advertise to their users, so that users like clicking on ads because the ads usually have the ability to solve the user's needs, so people will click on ads in the future. So it is hard, but if you hit it, you could make millions of dollars, literally speaking, and a great chunk, more than half of the niches out there. So that's what most people think. Now let's get into the pros in actuality, assuming that you know and you have the background kind of that I do, or just a heavy background in online marketing. So the pros in reality for affiliate marketing is to have some variety. So there's risk, and it takes some skills to actually do it. So those two actually aren't, in reality the case for affiliate marketing. What it does is it gives you a variety in terms of there's more stuff out there about your company that's going to bring in customers overall and make you look like a bigger brand overall, which is why I'm doing it. So in other words, it's something that you do on top of PPC, given that both of them work, and that you're going to get, it's just, for me, it's just icing on the cake of doing the affiliate marketing in conjunction with the PPC. It's just a little bit more I couldn't get with the PPC. It's going to make me look better and then therefore get me some more sales. I'll talk about specifically how that actually works in terms of giving you more variety, and that variety in your marketing giving you more sales. But it's an add to, not an end-all, be-all by itself. Why? Because PPC works. If you have a marketable product that's it's in demand, even though 20% of people who do PPC in your space really are making the big money, there's no secret as to how it's done. You could easily watch, a good chunk of all the videos about e-commerce PPC campaign setup on this channel, find out enough to be able to reach your 20%, and no matter what market you're in and out there. And if you're not, just contact me and I'll tell you what you did wrong. But basically speaking, there's no reason why not to do both. Okay? So with the PPC, it is the same thing though. There's more scale here, and I want to also say that I didn't have it written here, but it will always work if you work it. If you are willing to go beyond what everybody else is willing to do in your space as far as setting up those ads so that you're giving users the best user experience out of all the other people in your space, or at least better than 80% out there, you're going to be the one with enough efficiency in your system to afford the cost of running the ads and end up with all that, millions of dollars in sales a year, for yourself set up as well. It may take hundreds of hours of cumulative work to set it up, to beat everybody in terms of actual labor put in, and to get things set up right. But then all that money goes to you after it's done. So it's like a take-all type of the winner takes all type of situation, if you want to put it that way. And so it's there. It's just a matter of, are you going to be the one that works harder than anybody else? Of course, it has to be intelligent work. But again, there's no secret in making it work. The information's there. It's just a matter of putting in the work. Most people are going to spend a few hours with their ads. You're going to spend a couple hundred hours on your ads doing in-depth keyword research, ad writing, landing page design, all this other stuff over time. And then that's what's you're just go in with the perception that I don't know when it's going to work, but it will work, and it will work eventually. If you keep putting enough work in, you'll finally tip over the edge. It'll start making money, and then from there, it's just more and more profitable for you. So if you keep going, you make enough revisions, it will always make money. I can guarantee you that. This hasn't been a case in anything that I've worked on if there's been demand for the product that we're selling. And ultimately, if we're not getting the money that we wanted at some point in time, we just lower what we're willing to pay Google. That way we are getting the return that we want. But ultimately, it's a bidding system that Google has, and they can't charge unlimited amounts for the traffic. So basically, you just have to be able to do a little bit better than most of the people in your space so that you're getting a little bit higher return than anybody else is. And then therefore, on the price of the traffic that it costs to buy, the traffic in your space for the people searching for the products you have, then you can afford it and they can't. That's just basically all it is. So anyway, I went off a tangent there on about PPC, but you get the general idea. PPC always works. You always want to do both in reality. And respectively, yes, PPC is a long time. It takes a long time to set it up right, but affiliate, in terms of managing your program, also takes a lot of time if you know all the stuff that I kind of know going in. So I'll get into that kind of next. And that is getting into what the cons are of both of these. So when we get into the affiliate advertising, first of all, before about the management part even, you got to realize, okay, there's all kinds of gimmicks out there. In your space, it may not be so heavy or fraught with it, but you have no control when you're paying somebody else to market your brand and just get paid on the sale. You have no control over what they say. It's just like if you hired a commission-only salesperson to answer the phone at your company. If you said you only get paid if you make a sale, they're going to be saying all kinds of crap to that customer. Oh yeah, it'll guarantee to work, and oh yeah, of course, they'll just ask, will it do this? Will it do this? Yeah. Just endless yes. Get the sale. The person later on gets pissed. They leave you a bad review. This is the same thing with this. Now, I know what you're saying, Corey, but I can see what they're showing to the customer. You may ask, with your system, it shows the link that brought in the page that brought in the sale when a sale comes in, or even when a sale doesn't come in, but just when clicks come in, because each link is tracked. I know from being in the affiliate space that these people are very sophisticated and they can cloak their pages. So for what you see, you'll see one thing, and what the end user they want to go through their sales funnel is something else. And then once they've done that, they could say anything. They could say, if you buy this product, we'll send you a free voucher in the mail 30 days after your purchase. They could say anything, and I've seen people actually do this stuff. And so you're not going to catch on to it months and months later after you've done all these sales. And now you have this huge avalanche of people coming in, not only wanting their money back, but they're super pissed and they want compensated extra for their time. So to avoid that, you have to have more of an IT background than you think. Or should I say, you're going to have to regularly check and monitor all of your affiliates all the time. And if you have a bunch of them, 50 different 100 affiliates, now you got to go and check all their links all the time. And that link that they have doesn't mean nothing on that page could change. You check it, and then what if they change the language on it that says, lifetime guarantee on it? You don't catch it. And then it's there. So basically, what are you going to do? Check it every day? No, you can't do that. So now what am I going to do? Check every week, every month? Then you got to decide. And then you're checking 50 links every month. So now it's a job, okay? And if you don't do that, and the less of it you do, the higher risk that you're taking. Okay? Versus on the PPC side, you know exactly what you're putting out there, of course, and even if you're working with a PPC company, they can be told anything public facing as far as ads go or landing pages, I want to see it before it goes live. And then you're in compliance. You're never going to say something wrong. You're never going to see something legally wrong. You're never going to get in trouble with FTC, any of that stuff. Of course, if the FTC goes after you because of what an affiliate does, you won't be on the hook. But it's just, having to prove that stuff, you don't want to get into that mess. This is, by the way, why if you ask experienced, successful e-commerce business owners why they don't use affiliate advertising, they'll tell you because of this basic specific thing, managing the affiliates and seeing all the crap that they've done in the past. Even having like fraud orders coming through, that it's just easier to invest in the PPC program so you have full control over what you're getting, okay? But, of course, the other thing about the affiliate advertising is it's more expensive. So technically, the PPC costs money, and So therefore, paying 10% to have somebody else sell your product for you is maybe worth it. What you aren't getting with when you pay somebody else the 10% is they get all the data. They make a sale, they have front-end data that says, okay, when the user searched for this generated a sale. So I can use that piece of data to get another customer from the same kind of area. And so they're learning more and more and more about what generates more and more sales and using it to extract more and more money from you. Whereas if you invested that money, that 10% into an ad, and which you can get a 10-to-1 return on your ads to where you're paying 10% to Google instead of 10% to the affiliate, you're getting all the data, exactly what keyword worked, what gender the person was that ordered, the age demographic, what state they're from, all this stuff, so that when you make a sale, you have all this extra data you paid for, which is basically more than half of the value of what you're getting through Google or the PPC ad network like Facebook that you're working with, so that you can use each sale to propagate and further more sales. And so the more advertising you do, the more sales you'll get. And the more leverage you'll get, and the lower the cost per sale will be for you as well. So, and Google and Facebook have their own ad algorithms, which you think on Google search, for instance, that you're bidding on certain keywords. No, you're bidding on certain people of certain, have certain traits that search for those keywords. So, for instance, if you sell red shoes, you bid on the keyword red shoes. Google's trying to identify if they should show your ad or somebody else out of the 20 other people that are in and out of the Google ad spot that are also trying to advertise for that if it's in a normally competitive space. A lot of people just think it's just 4 ads there. No, there's like 20 people in and out in most competitive spaces out there. You can find this out through like a SpyFu or just searching for a bunch of keywords. Try a different VPN on a different, change your IP, you'll be able to see those competitors. So basically, Google's, what they're doing when you run your ads is they're identifying, they'll say, oh, we knew when this person searched for this keyword in the past, then they searched for this keyword, red shoes. They're twice as likely to have converted once they clicked on your ad from the keyword red shoes. So when that happens on another person in the future that has this back history, we'll show your ad versus the competitor's ad. And then once they have that information, they're more likely to get you a sale at a lower cost than before than they were when you first started out, and Google did not have that data. So people don't recognize this. They think the ads are just like a light switch, like running a yellow page ad or something. On, okay, it must instantly work. Oh, it doesn't work right away. Click off. If it was that easy, your competitors would already be doing it. The longer your ads run, the more capable they will be to work, because Google gets more data on the type of users. And they have thousands of data points on all their users on what users are most effective for your exact landing page and ad and company that you're trying to run and what you're offering there than any of the other users that are trying, in your competitors in your space. And you also have data that you yourself can use to optimize your bidding. Each keyword can have a different bid based upon its historical performance. And each user from each state can have a different bid based upon its historical performance. And the same thing with each user's device, so on and so forth. So, and this is also about the reason why you don't want somebody else running your PPC account, because it's the same thing. They're getting all the data. You want an ad account that you're investing into, and yeah, you may not get the return that you want, so you have to pay 10% of your sale cost in terms of marketing cost to get it. But at the same time, once you actually reach the point where you are at a 10-to-1 return, then first of all, you can probably get a higher ROI if you wanted, but more so, you'll be able to scale upwards of millions of dollars a year in sales, and you're building up an account that's so super valuable, even that if you sold the company, the fact that you have an ad account that churns out $5 million of sales a year versus the affiliates, which can go away anytime, and is lower maintenance for all the reasons I said, your company's worth so much more as well in that situation, just as a side byproduct. But so in essence, though, there's also things that these affiliates do which you can easily also do with these PPC ads and actually pay less than the 10%. Because what they're doing, you think that they're advertising for all the hard keywords in your space. for the most part that they're not. They're actually cherry picking the very, very, very most profitable things in your niche, which can be replicated with the PPC ad anyway. And I'm going to show you and explain what they're doing and how to replicate it. So you don't even have to pay the 10% if you don't want to. But not only that, do better than them, get more sales from the places they're at, and also have all the control over what your page that you're taking them to says, and the ad, what they see and they click on to get to that page says, so on and so forth. I'll explain that in just a second here. The cons on the PPC side, before I talk about what they're doing and how to replicate that so you pay even less than what the 10% the affiliate's going to demand. You know, if you're just doing PPC, you have a lost opportunity of what the affiliate can do on top of your PPC. So I talked about, that was the same thing as mentioning variety up here, and then I'll get to that in this next steps. But then the other thing with the PPC is you have a lower ROI from your PPC, potentially, given that you don't have a 10-to-1 return on your PPC ads. However, that's not really the case either, because if you have, let's say, a 5-to-1 return from your PPC ads, and your affiliate's only charging you, 10% of the sale to make the sale for you, well, you could just lower your bids in half so that you do have a 10-to-1 return on your ads through Google, through Facebook. It's really that simple. So that isn't even a thing either. Initially, the ROI won't be as good as affiliates, but like I said, you're investing in something that will generate millions of dollars of sales a year versus affiliate might be a few $100,000. So if you want to go for the big time, you don't really have any choice but to do PPC, if you will. Anyway, here are the ways, though, that the affiliates are making the sales, so I could explain what they're doing. You can see what value they're bringing and how to actually replicate what they're doing. You'll still keep what they're doing going, but not rely on it totally, and I'll explain all that here. So ways affiliates generally promote your e-commerce brand that get sales. There's three main things here. One, they run like a coupon code site. So what these people do is we'll have a site with a bunch of different coupon codes on it. Retail Me Not, there's a bunch of them. And they'll say they want to be an affiliate. Well, all they're doing is showing up for like your brand name, like in Google, the person, when they search for brand name, coupon codes, like right before they check out, basically, they'll promote and have an ad show up for your company's brand name and coupon code, just like I said, and then they'll send people directly to the page on their site that has the coupon code. They copy it, they go to buy, and then now you have to pay 10% to them. Why do that? You can easily just run your own ad for that keyword brand and then coupon code or variations of that with coupon code in it. And instead of paying 10% of the sale, you'll pay like 3% of the sale. Okay? So that, respectively, if they're getting 10%, you could respectively know that you could get it for 3% because they have their overhead and they're a middleman in the process. So not to say that I'm gonna let them show up organically in Google so that I just own more of the real estate space, there it looks more impressive, but it's really not that important, and I'm for sure going to advertise for my brand keywords. And respectively, with that said, you could also request them not to advertise on any of your brand keywords, and maybe they'll just not want to work with you at that point, but that's another way that you can avoid paying them 10%, when you can easily have your ad stand out and be clicked on most of the time when somebody searches for your coupon codes, and then not pay that toll of 10% to those coupon code sites. Anyway, the second thing is these people have the affiliates, how they run their business. They'll run these thin affiliate sites. So basically, it used to be organic ranking on Google was easy. So basically, you could, if you're selling red shoes, they'll try to have a website that shows up for red shoes, and then on that page, they'll send traffic to you. Now, mostly what they do is they'll have a site like brandname.com/red shoe. So basically, they'll make what looks like a review site or a thin affiliate site, which is just like one page dedicated to promoting this product and brand. So it will rank in Google organically. And they put just enough content on the page so that you'll just click on the link. Yeah, this product is great. It'll do everything that you ever wanted it to do. Click here for to get more information. So they're basically adding no value to the process. But more so than that, they're not ranking it for red shoes. They're actually ranking it for your brand and the reviews. So if somebody's looking for reviews on your product, again, it's like the coupon codes. They're at the end of the sales process. So they're interjecting themselves right before they make a purchase, whereas you could go and make your own thin affiliate sites, make 5 or 10 sites that look like third-party independent review sites, which you're not saying that it's not you, it's just you're going to make a bunch of review sites with like a single article on it, essentially, is what they're doing, and you can do this as well. And you can even review other products on that page, but you have yours up top, which is a lot of times what they do, and then have them rank organically. They'll rank organically for your brand name and then reviews when people type it in, because your domain name will be like brandnamereviews.com, and your title of your page will be like brand name reviews. So just rank out of the 10 pages that show up on Google in the organic space for your brand name and then reviews after it is easy. You just have to go and make 5 or 10 pages. Then when somebody right at the end of the sales process again is searching for reviews on your company, they'll be able to find your page that you'll be able to easily rank. And the reason why they're doing it, because they can easily rank it in like 2 seconds, and you're not paying 10% to those people as well. So for me, I'm going to use them as long as I can own all 10 listings for when somebody types in my company and then reviews after it, or a variation thereof. The other thing you can do, instead of these small one-page sites that look like independent review site, to own your real estate in your space, where somebody's looking for reviews of your company or of your products, is to have like a Trustpilot, there's reviews services like Trustpilot you can pay a subscription to, and then ask your customers for reviews, pursue it aggressively, get the reviews, and then make sure to promote the reviews. So those show up on your Google when somebody types in and looks for a review of your company or products as well. Would be another way to own that real estate on Google and to not have to pay anybody else to do essentially the same thing for you. Either way you want to do it. Once I owned it all, then I'm just going to let the affiliates go, because that's going to take off 10% of the product margin on something that maybe I had to advertise and spend 10% of the marketing product cost to get to my site in the first place. Now they go to type in reviews of my company at the last second. Now I'm paying them 10% on top of the extra 10% it took to get the person to my site in the first place the first time through PPC ads, and I don't want to do it. I just want to pay the 10% and that's it, and then nothing else. The last thing here is niche review sites. So that if you're in a big enough niche, like if you sell a mattress, there's sites that just legitimately review all the different mattresses, and you want to work with those people because that'll show up also when somebody types in your brand name and then reviews. But that one looks so legitimate that you definitely want that as a part of your mix that shows up under your brand name and reviews. And that's also how they bring traffic into their site. That's easy to rank for, if you will. But also you want to do that one even if you own all your real estate for your company's for your company already when they type in your company in the reviews, because on the review site itself it has legitimate traffic. And so when people go to that site to look for a mattress, maybe they searched for a competitor's mattress, ended up on this review site, and then they saw your review because they stayed on the same site because it's a good site. Now you got a sale you wouldn't have got otherwise. Okay, that's not a sale you can replicate through the PPC. So it adds on revenue on top of what you're getting through your PPC. So I'm going to take all those opportunities as possible. I'm fine paying 10% to them. But to these thin affiliates and the coupon code sites, which a bunch of these affiliates are, you can just basically replace them, or at the very, very least, do both so that you aren't paying that toll as much as you need to. Okay? And if you've got the review sites as affiliates, you don't have to manage anything. It's a legitimate business. You're not going to have to worry if they're changing stuff on their site all the time. These thin affiliates, though, they will do that stuff because all they do is they go and sign up to 100 different people, and they set up a page that they hope ranks on the first page for your company name and then reviews after it. And they spend 2 seconds on the page setting it up, and all they want to do is get the sale. And if you're pissed off and you kick them out, they don't care. They got 100 other companies to work with. So anyway, That's a general overview, though, on what's going on. You do the PPC. You don't ever not do the PPC because there's legitimately millions of dollars in sales that you could make using it if you do it the right way. You use affiliates to get you these premium reviews on review sites is what I would do. But for the most part, everything else you can be doing with the PPC in and itself, since given that these are the three main ways that affiliates actually promote your brand anymore, given that it's not like it used to be, and gives you an idea of how to decide if you want to use PPC or affiliates, which again, the golden answer to all this is really both, mostly focusing on the PPC to cut down on the affiliate stuff, but taking a little bit of extra affiliate sales you can get, mainly through these review sites, to add to on the top. Just to give you an idea as to sum this up as well, the affiliate sales compared to PPC sales should be 10 to 1. 10% of your sales should be affiliate related sales, pretty much. That's about what our other clients are getting that are doing both. If you're not doing that kind of ratio, then there's probably more you could be doing with the PPC. All right? Why? Because if they're making that many sales with affiliate traffic, there's probably a lot more opportunity to do more PPC for your business that's just not being tapped into. So anyway, that's another side thing to mention as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. I have a lot of other videos on this channel just like this, and just other money-making PPC strategies that I use here for our clients at the firm. If you haven't checked those out, you should definitely check those out. I have a blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog, which has step-by-step instructions on how to build campaigns the way that I build them for our clients here to guarantee their results. And if you have any questions or comments about affiliates or doing PPC or trying to decide, need to know a little bit more about what I discussed today, leave me a comment down below. I get back to every person who leaves me a comment on this channel. And I hope you enjoyed the information and made sense to you and helped you decide ultimately which one of these you want to use for your business and move forward with what you're doing.